It is whiskey time. Greetings. My name is Brian. Welcome to KillCo Whiskey Musings. Fire, brimstone, scary. I'm working on it. That's the idea. I don't want this place to be scary. This is whiskey place. We want whiskey. That's what we want. Hello, people's names. Wait. I have it set up. Can you believe it? I can't. 5 fingers. High five. Mr. Great Shot, cheers to 5 fingers. Hey! Kidding. Oh, wait, there we go. See, this is what happens. I have to read down and I miss stuff. Donner Pass Whiskey, happy Friday. Hello. Yes, it's Friday for all of you who work Monday through Friday. For me, I get to start working on the weekend, because working on the weekend. It's very shifty terms, really. I'm still not quite ahead on videos. Music Maestro. Because I never will be. I was for like a hot second earlier this week. It's like, I have 2 videos that are going to go out. No, you have one video that's going out next week that's not done editing. I know. It's recorded though, so it's just the editing part. But I do have to record more videos for more stuff, and I'm being indecisive about what it's going to be. Even tonight, I had no idea what I was going to do. Until I started talking to my Patreons on my phone. And by the way, if you're not a patron of mine, please, $5 a month. I just need more patrons overall. With the amount of stuff I'm doing and the amount of money I don't have, it would help. If you want to change my life, you can join my Patreon. And it does. That's the part I mean. Any funds that go into this channel and go into me being able to do stuff like leave my apartment, which I don't like doing. Andrew Butler, hello. Welcome to this. I say that, but I'm going to go to someone's house tomorrow to drink a bunch of whiskey. Old friend from high school. Coincidentally, he also likes whiskey. Meaning free whiskey for me. As if I don't have enough. Music Maestro. Where are you? You're still trying to find the playlist. Okay. That one. I'm gonna get in trouble again, I know it. Alright. We're doing the other one I haven't touched in like 2 or 3 streams. You too loud? I know you are. Can't hear anything yet. Okay. Hang out around there. That's still pretty low. Can you hear me now? Anyone remember that commercial? So, first of all, let's do the setup. You all know the setup if you've been here before. If not, I'm doing a blind flight. It's Friday night, flight night. I don't always do that, but I've done it a couple times lately. And as I was saying before, I said Patreon. I didn't know what I was going to do tonight until I started saying something to my camera phone and talking to patrons and lenses. And as soon as I was talking to them, it clicked that I had been talking about Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. I have 4 of them. I don't think I have more than that, but I know I have 4. And they're sitting next to me. They're very intimidating. But the point is, I will tell you which ones they are momentarily. But it was a nice aha moment, and it was actually caught on the lens. So that was good. Bzz, bzz. Right? Really? Right as I start my stream? Who is it? What do you want? Oh, wait. I don't know who that is. Oh. Sorry. It's Bourbon, aka Whiskey Uncensored, who is in a very warm place right now. To quote him, hotter than Satan's sphincter down here. So now you know. But he's having many drinks, and he answered a question about something which I knew, but I wanted to double check. It was a bottle he donated, and I was like, is this yours? Because I've had it for a while. It got buried under all the other bottles. My point is, shouldn't have had that extra caffeine. My point is, we will be showing you, where is it? Oh yes, the placeholders, so you know which one I'm drinking, and to know which one I'm drinking, where is it? There it is. There you have an abbreviated version of what these are. A is the C921s. That is the third quarter. I don't know how this stuff sounds or works. I don't pay attention. It's the third release of that year. That makes more sense. September 2021. I think it came out to mixed reviews. A123, which is this year, the beginning of this year. I did a video on it recently. Go watch it if you haven't already. Like it, share it with friends, because I think the next one's going to be out soon. What's it going to be? B123? No, B4, 6? I forget. 4? Sorry, what? The C920. I'm making sure that C is in capital. C920 was extremely popular. It's changed. It definitely has changed because it's in this thing, and I refuse to put it in a different bottle because I forget. Every time I say it on stream, and then stream ends, and everything in my brain disappears about what happened. And then the Elijah Craig Private Barrel. That's what ECBP stands for, and that is Irene Tan's pick, which is going up against these heavy hitters tonight. I already told her. So we'll see. We'll see which one at least I prefer. There's no deal breaker for any of them. They're all freaking amazing. Is it on the live chat? Not top chat. You fool. Hold on. My pinned comment needs to go away. That's another way to support the channel. If you don't want to do $5 a month indefinitely, or as long as you want, there's that. It's an option. It's like the super chats, except there's only one version you see up here. TGI CBP. Yes, that was a little bit much, so I didn't do that. Oh, I have some samples of ECBP. Maybe I can match and zip along. Do it if you can. I encourage everyone, if you have any of the barrel proofs. If they're ones that I have right now, cool. If you just have them and you haven't opened them, now is the perfect time to do it. That caffeine really helped. Sorry, I've been futzing around with my mustache all day. It's finally pissed me off enough for me to try to do something about it. Okay, so as you can see here, I did this before the stream because I knew I'd be like this. A through B through D. So when I pick up this one, which is right here, and to clarify, I know you can't see it very well, but there's also logos. This is the one I got from the recent event that Irene Tan did at the Roger Williams Park Zoo. It's her logo. It's not going to show up very well because clear stuff doesn't, and it's very light. But you see the WM almost, Whiskey Mentors, WM Mentors, Whiskey Mentors. It says Whiskey Mentors top to bottom there. Anyhow, that's that. So that's A. So if you see that logo, in case you missed what I actually picked up, they're not exactly in the same spot, but close enough. This is the Whiskey Mentors Sip Slowly one. I have a lot of these. She does this a lot, so I'm lucky to have a little collection. This one's for Bastard's Ball. This is going to be C. Right here, this one's just clear. Nothing on it. That is D. Shall we begin? Oh, I did that really fast. Or the time is slowed down because of too much caffeine. I'm not sure which. Scott. Booty, hello. Did I not see you pop in? Probably not. Greetings. Good to see you. Bring your whiskey to me. What? Let's begin. I've actually got through that a lot faster than I expected, probably because of the caffeine. Double shots. Caramel latte. Hot. Today it was delicious. Also, I'll get this someday. If you haven't, which I'm sure you have. Most of you here have. At least subscribe. The like part is the part that gets slippery. Even with me. I will be like 30 minutes into watching a live. I'm like, oh. So I'm trying to do it first. Very pink tonight, like a beach on Bermuda. Something like that. I'm trying to find that happy spot between looking like I have some color and looking like a corpse. Those are the two spectrums I've been messing with. I love it. I'm trying to keep it with the looking like I have some life in me still. Not easy. Wish it was. It isn't. First, let's not mess this up. And the amount that's in them doesn't mean anything, other than I've had them longer. Like, that's probably exactly what it is. Yeah. The C920 is the lowest. This is donated by someone on the back. I saw the sticker. C920 on the back. I didn't drink all of that one, I don't think. But I don't remember. C921, little more. This one, whatever this is. A123, I just opened that a little while ago. Same with Irene Tan's bottle, which I think I just opened up on a stream because it's a good enough reason. I think I messed these up in order. Let's see. C921 is the first one I'm going to pour. It's 60.12%. It is the lowest out of all of these. Always wet your cork before you pull out the bottle, especially when you haven't touched it in a minute. Still good. Oh yeah. I was like, oh no, maybe it's changed too much. That smells amazing. Yep, that was already too much. We're starting off strong. I hope I can get through this. I want to drink everything I pour, but as I said, that was the lowest proof, as you can see. Next one is 62.8%. Until I get the last one. And coincidentally, the last one is Irene's. Okay, I did a little better with that pour. Stuff comes out of there fast. In total, I should hopefully be drinking less than 2 ounces. That's what I'm going for. C920, again, this one was very popular back in the day and people have been looking for it. It is 62.4%. And as you can see, it's very hard to point to something that's not existing in your world. But there it is. 66.80%. Just a little higher than C920. Does that mean it's in the same beautiful ballpark? I didn't wet that one. Oops. It's fine. We'll see. We'll find out tonight. Tune in. I have gone to the beach. Although this arm is starting to do that thing. You can't tell because I'm so pale, but I'm driving around in my car for a few hours occasionally and not thinking about the fact that I burn. And I do not tan at all. Yowza. This one has the most in it. Oh no, I poured a little extra. Oh no. To be clear, the preference at the moment is C920, but that's mostly from memory. I haven't actually poured much of it recently. And even when I do, not comparing them all together like I am now. So, let us begin. Let us. I don't know what that was about. I'm going to go through them real quick. I'm going to try to say something about each one before I move on to the next one. This is going to be very difficult. Oh, caramel, brown sugar, vanilla. Surprises no one. There's a sliver of something in this one, and I'm not quite sure what it is. I think I can smell the alcohol. That might be it, but it's something sharp, and it cuts right through. That's odd. And that was, again, C921. This is B. A123. This came out this year. I had this a little while ago. I poured a little less in this glass, but not so much that I shouldn't get a nose. This one's more wood forward. I wonder what I said in my video. I don't remember, by the way. I make those videos partially so I have the reference for later. Someone asks me, what do you think of this whiskey? I'm like, oh, hold on. Look at my YouTube channel. It doesn't work very well, but my opinions at that moment are ingrained in bits. bytes and bits on the internet. Megabytes. Some vanilla, less brown sugar. There's... It seems like it's more oak forward. Not by much. It's just not as sweet. They're going to be very similar, by the way. If that wasn't obvious. It's the same thing, but slightly different. That's what I feel like I'm doing right now. That one's softer. The first one was pretty intense. But I also poured a little more on that one. I don't know if that really makes a difference. Maybe a little. But I don't want to get ridiculous. More so. And I don't want to have a headache tomorrow. Ooh. This one's got like chocolate. Not quite milk. Not milk chocolate, not quite dark chocolate. I don't know if there's something in between those. But I'm going to say there was. And if not, that's what it is in my head. So my mustache keeps touching the glass. It's like, My other sensor is just going into the whiskey at the top. It's like a walrus. Why am I like this tonight? I don't know. I got a sugar cookie and vanilla. Smells like it tastes good, so there's that. Again, this one's more subdued than the first one. I don't know what something about the first one was different immediately. I thought they're all going to be like that. And these separate two did soft. There's a slight fruit note. My initial thought was strawberries, but I'm not sure if that's right. But hell, why not? Could be cherry. That's more common in bourbons, but strawberries sounds fine. I love strawberries. I just don't eat them fast enough usually, which is strange, but strawberries and cream particularly. Be very careful with this one. Because I want Irene to invite me back to her store. This is impartial anyway. I'm not going to be like, it's Irene's. But she has very good picks. I'm getting that weird thread in this one, like I did the first one, but less. And it might just be alcohol again. I wouldn't be surprised in this one, but it's funny that it's showing up in the first one. So it might be something else. It could be something else. I just thought of peach. Slight vanilla. I wonder if I actually said this in the video, but vanilla glaze. Like vanilla glazed donut. Why must I be this way? Do I have ice cream in the fridge? I better. Sorry, freezer. I'm not going through these very fast, I know. And this has the, I'm thinking milk chocolate for this one. And that's D. Oh my goodness. Wee Glen, yes. It's just fine. It doesn't have to be the same batch. It would be, coincidental if it was, but any of the Elijah Gray barrel proofs are fun to try. So, don't worry about it. At least I hope so. All depends on your palate. Wee Glens, yes, they're very teeny tiny. All right, now comes the drinking. Yay. That's what you've all been waiting for. That's what I'm waiting for. mentioned this in one of my streams, but I had some dental work done not long ago. Right over here. And lately, cold water has been surprising me. Or cold anything. Cold or hot. Just, whoop! I think that's getting fixed next week. I don't remember. It's a crown. So I'm getting the crown part, finally. Yeah, less than a week. So next Thursday. Oof. So there might not be a stream on Friday if my mouth doesn't work. We'll see. Oh, and I did say on one of the last streams, I think it was Friday, maybe last Sunday, I don't remember, that I might be doing something special for this Friday. This isn't it. I was temporarily making plans to go visit an old friend, and I mentioned this earlier, the old friend from high school who has whiskey. And we were thinking of doing it Friday, but I guess there's some kind of game going on tonight. I don't know. So I was going to watch that. So we moved it to Saturday. It was going to be live from his house. Would have been a bit stressful, since I don't do that very often. But it could have been silly. And you could have seen all his whiskey. You still might. I will take pictures. If it's okay with him. If not, no pictures. Oh, local dope. B522 and C922. So last year. Good stuff. I was wondering why my whiskey sour is pale like a fresca. Then remembered I used white rye. What? White rye? What's that? That confused me. Thank you, I'm confused. I'm gonna drink whiskey now. Unaged, maybe. That'd be cool. A. Like Sesame Street. A, B, C, D. They always had to change the voice. Stop it, drinking. Okay. Oh. First whiskey of the night, by the way. Hello. Delicious. Local Boston distiller. Ah, I was wondering. Like, so you got rye new make? That sounds wild. I don't know if I can handle that. Anyway, that was the first sip of that one. Thankfully, I had all that caffeine, but that was a little bit of a hello, how are you? Wake up call. Chat Mark White Dog Rye. Oh, God, I get it. That's where I got it from. That's why he has it. This is where he got it. I pointed to the right thing. Wow. That's a rarity. It's another thing when I'm making a video, I just do that. Because it's going to be up there. And I know that. If I put it in the video, because I have to do that manually. Maybe you didn't know that. Now you know. B522 is definitely the best nose. Here's the thing. I have so many Elijah Craigs. And usually it's because it was recommended by some channel or another. Like someone got their hands on it. It was like, oh, this is good. I know the C920 was one like that, but that was also a bottle where it's like, oh, how the hell did I get this? Isn't that right, Zen dude? Thank you again. This was real good. Have another sip, because the first sip is just to get it in your system, and that's definitely my first sip of the night. I'm glad it's the lowest proof. But I seem to recall that all of these, well, not all of them, but most of these don't drink like they're proof. I hope. Yeah, if you want to give me bourbon, especially the Elijah Craig barrel proofs, I will take them. And the Blantons, and what the hell else is there? The Weller, and other Buffalo Trace stuff that is stupid. Oh, and Four Roses. Four Roses fancy bottles. You did that already. It's almost gone. This is again on the D. No wait, JKIA. Just kill it already. It's true. I need to end that, and I'm gonna be sad about it. I ended this one. I was sad about it. This is Irene Tan's Jefferson Barrel. There is no more. I just don't think there is. I think that was one of the last bottles. Second sip. Don't get distracted. Okay. Oak forward, slightly sweet. Nice spice. It just drifts across my palate. Like brown sugar with some cinnamon. We love that. Everyone loves that. Not everyone loves that. Not dry either. I'd expect that. Whoop. I picked up a bottle for Whiskey Wars today. I got a bottle of Argody 10 for me to try. Oh man, you're in for a slap in the face, sir. Wear your big boy pants or whatever you wear. You're wearing pants at all. It doesn't matter. No one needs pants here. You see me in the face because it touched my tooth. Tingled. It's good. Now it's a little more spicy because I held it on my tongue a bit longer. Ooh. There was a slight fruit that note in my brain went apricot, so there's that. It was near the finish. It like showed up, went away, right near the finish. Well, that was wild. Ooh. I would like that. Again, if you don't mind. Keep in mind, these are all oxidizing as we speak. So I'm trying to go through them relatively quickly. Keep my initial impressions before they get too weird. I don't want them to change too much. Palette number B. You heard me. Initial sip, a little more than that. Texture, on point. And it felt a little thinner. Like the first one was... I didn't notice that it was not thin. Like this one shouldn't be... Well, it is a higher proof, but very little. 2 point whatever. It's right there. Why do I look at the bottle? 2.2. Whatever. 2% higher. But the mouth feels totally different. But it still felt a little, not watery, but I don't know, that was weird. Let's do that again. Okay. The heck. I went 21. What are you doing? What's the matter with you? That's enjoyable. It's a little... It is dry in the finish. Not in a bad way, but suddenly talking is difficult. Jeebus. Yeah, those are harder to find, too. Oogies. Hydration is key. Yes, it is. Don't forget. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. We're not a bad influence on each other at all. I'm like, these are great, have one. And then you guys are like, I got this, I want it now. Shoot. Cleanse my palate. That one's pretty good. I actually like that one more than A. I will say that now. And as you can tell, it's not that I don't like the first one, but for whatever reason, the second one drank just a little better. It might have, because it may have had the oxidation influence, who knows? But I can't drink that fast, so. Go back to the nose only briefly to see if there's anything else that'll show up when I sip it. Don't forget to breathe. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Yeah. Sad. Sadly. I know the air in that bottle has changed this. It's not like I remember it. Not even a little bit. Wrong one. I have extra water. Wizard Academy. That's me. I'm not drinking out of that yet because I want the... This is my default water. It makes me look super posh. But for whatever reason, this water has the least amount of taste to me. Tap water, only after I started drinking this more regularly, did I notice the chlorine taste that was on it. So whatever reason, this is my neutral. This is why I drink that first. After I do the tasting, then I can drink the other one. Why does that have to be my life now? I don't know. Water is expensive. I think a case of those is like 20 bucks. But I'm bougie, so it's fine. Amazon takes EBT, by the way. And water counts as food. Or a necessity, I believe they labeled it. Reminds me I have to go grocery shopping next week. I'm still smelling 3. It's a little sweet. Spices are pretty good. Again, they're dancing across my tongue. Less sweet than I remember. There's a weird something at the back of my tongue. I don't know how to describe that. Oh my goodness. Cheater. I'm doing an ice experiment, actually. Strange as that would go up. Oh, and this is why I said that, if anyone's wondering. For the chat thing, I should click on. Yeah, the tingle from this last one, the third one, C, number C, is a bit odd, and I know that the palate's absolutely changed from being in this bottle. Which sucks. I know I should have changed it long ago, but I have too many bottles to keep track of, so I didn't. That was right behind me, so I don't always see it. Granted, that is where I take the bottles from. Mostly. That's why they're behind me. So you can't see. Because they're mine. It's not completely true. They are mine, but I will share them. I got a type of fruit note there. I wanted to say green apple, but that's not right. It's something else. I don't know what. It's gone. Yeah, this one's much spicier than I remember. A little bit dry, but the tingly spice feeling is staying. And I don't remember that with the C920. I remember it being more sweet and caramel forward. This is mostly spice. Take one more sip. Just you gotta make sure. It's fine. Texture is still pretty good. Got a little vanilla, a little cinnamon, and then the spice. It just starts going. I'll tell you when it stops. So it sticks around. Still on the tip of my tongue. There we go. Maybe I had to breathe. Ugh. But for whatever reason, the spice has been kicked up on that, and I don't remember that. C920 is not what I remember, unfortunately. And I knew that was going to happen. But that was the one I was like, if this is still the way it tasted before, at least I think it tasted before, the other 3 are in trouble. Now it's slightly different, though. Zendu does the hardcore way. I've seen that. In fact, I saw a video about that recently. And I thought about it, but I don't have a lot of fridge space, which is why I'm doing that ice experiment. Note this is happening around the spring, summertime. It's a good reason. I've been adding ice to my high-proof whiskey lately. As an evening pour. I did that a couple nights ago. It was very nice. But I drank it too late in the evening, so it was still in my system all night. And my sleep was shitty. So, don't do that. Don't do what I did. If you're going to have a drink, do it earlier in the evening. And not before you go to sleep. Take care of yourself, please. I've made the mistake. I did it a few days ago. So I'm reminding myself and others, don't drink before you have to go to bed. Try to make sure it's out of your system, because it really screws with your sleep. Right? I mean, I want to do that, but I have a problem, which is my energy levels are non-existent unless I have copious amounts of caffeine. And by that I mean, what? A cup of coffee in the morning and a double shot latte in the afternoon. I have been drinking more coffee, though. I don't know if that's good or bad. What was my point? The last one, Irene Tan's pick. Again, I'm sad about the C920. I don't want to think about it. I just want to know how to get impurities out of water, because then the problem is not making it manually. It's just pour it in a mold and it's done, and it looked great because it's clear. I have some ice molds that I wish would be clear. Oh, that'd be wild. It's tempting. I will blend these together at the end. How's that sound? Might be a mistake. Here we go. This is Irene's. Can you hear the birds? They get very active right about now. Oh. I got another, that was like a berry note. A blueberry near the finish. That's a new thing. It would seem occasionally in Elijah Craig Barrel Proof will give me a fruit note right before the finish. There is. It's the big cherry. What is that actually? It's probably Maker's. Oh, this is harder than it looks. Yep. It's a Maker's Mark bottle. And that is the... It's Bourbonite pink, I think. Pretty sure I went through all the other ones. And they're all up here, if you couldn't tell. There's at least 4 right there, just hanging out. Who likes Maker's Mark? Okay, going in on D. Irene Tan's pick, my hole in my palate. The proof is very high. Don't forget that. I'm having a problem with just breathing tonight. Ugh. Chocolate, spice, thread of vanilla. Ooh. Prickly note. Possibly just the alcohol, by the way. But there is a touch of cinnamon to it. There's a bread note right there. Like a ginger snap. So cookie. The palate isn't quite the same. I mean, the texture isn't quite the same. I'm finding the more bourbons I drink in particular, I get very in on the texture of it. The taste is always good. It has to be a good taste as well. But if I get a creamy or slightly creamy texture, oh, I'm done. So done. And if it tastes like creme brulee, even better. Excuse me. Sorry about that. There's something wrong with my nice little pad things. They're being weird. By Top Dog Bourbon. I think I just need a little water on it. Something was sticky. Probably from the I had a hot chocolate or something not long ago. If any of it got on there. I need to steer any liquids away from my freaking side of my mouth. I'm not doing too great with that right now. Hold on. trying to see if you can hear the birds. Well, now you get quiet. Oh, there they are. Yeah. There's a thread of chocolate on this. The cinnamon is real. Cinnamon spice. Not much on the brown sugar. And I think the proof is there. Like, it's the thing that's moving things along in a notable way. So my problem with higher proof stuff, and I don't want to call it a real problem, but because the proof is so high, or if the proof tastes as high, or appears as high as it is, I don't know how it works. But higher proof and the burn and that sort of thing does affect me in a negative way. Like, if I get that, it's just like, ah. And that's mostly what distracts me from the palate. It's like a numbing thing. It makes my tongue a little numb, which I don't like. I can't taste things as well. Oop. That's why I was doing that. Please let me know if you can hear the birds. That's why I'm keeping the music off for a moment. B522. There you go. You learned something. Why? That's why I can't breathe. Wouldn't that be an interesting stream? Just no good. That's the last of the Savion bottle, so we're going to the weird tasting stuff. No, mine are still there. They are the like house sparrows. There's a courtyard right there, so I hear them every night and every morning. The background noise, I don't even notice, thankfully. Two noisy neighbors to distract me from that. But I'm going to show you something completely irrelevant while I process which one seems to be the best for the moment. Per my palate, by the way, not the best. But I got an app recently, and I can thank Mama KillCo for this one. I don't know how she found it. But it's just called Merlin. You can't see that at all. Nope. Oh, there we go. It's an app. I always have that question of what kind of bird is that in my head sometimes. Like, I go out and hear something. This happened in Texas, by the way. Just loud, weird-ass birds. And I was like, what is that? Tell me. That's what I like that app for. Mama KillCo is the same. You go out into the wilds and all you hear is birds. And you're like, all right, let's find out what those are. And that app helps you do that. That's how I know those birds are what they are. There are a lot of robins and cardinals and blue jays around here. And a few others. This is now KillCo Whiskey Birding. No. Can't hear them? Shoot. Alright, music then. That's okay. I'm going to blast through these real quick, one after the other. That's going to change everything I know, but we'll find out something. Somehow. Someday. Ah, it's hot. That one's hot. It shouldn't be, but it is. See, look at that numbing effect. Shouldn't try to drink these hot whiskeys back to back real fast. The body doesn't like it. Ha. There's a notable one, though, already. If you've been paying attention, you can guess which one it is. Alright, I have to drink water. Even if it does taste a little like chlorine now. It's going from that water to this water, that's the problem. If I'm just drinking that water first, I won't notice. It's not as much. Okay, there's two. It's down to two. We are down to B and D. So if you look up at the chart, you know what those are. These two are what we're at. The other two, they're not bad. They're just not as close to my preference as the other ones. I have one more thing I'm going to do after this. Oh my gosh, it's 7:45 already. Crap. That's what they were. They were loud as hell, just in the parking lot. They were like Texas seagulls. They're just fucking noisy as hell. It made it very unpleasant to walk through the parking lot. I was like, oh my god, those things are so loud and so obnoxious. How do people deal with that? It was hilarious. Like seagulls around here, same kind of deal, except they're white. And probably just as annoying if you're not used to hearing them. They make a lot of noise. Okay. So we're going with B. Oh, all right, this is B. You go there, you go there, you go there. Sorry if this is making noise. Now it's these two, B and D. The A123 versus the Elijah Craig Private Barrel. Irene Tan pick. Officially called Sweet Cheeks. Sorry, Irene's Hug. I was thinking something else. That is the one from a year ago. She has another one, which is over there. And I picked that up only recently. Cliff Smith got me that bottle. So you will see a review of that eventually. Hopefully before next year. That'd be cool. But since I just did an Elijah Craig one, I'm going to wait. Maybe right before July? June? It's next month, and that's very close. We'll see. I'm into B&D. Who isn't? That's the real question. No, not the newest one. I'm glad I clarified that. I didn't even see that. And yes, the Grackle, whatever the hell that thing is. Ryan's into B&D. And you're leaning. I'm leaning towards Irene's. I don't know yet. I want to. I want to just like tell Irene, hey, your bottle is the best. But I'm not gonna lie. That's the weirdest thing about doing whiskey stuff is you want to give your honest opinion. And sometimes in this case, there's a slight influence. So here we go. This is B. I'm surprised how well I placed these. I didn't really plan for that. But I guess I did by making these at some point. The texture on B is really nice. It's got good progression. Sweet, a little bit spicy, vanilla. Let's get a little dry on the finish. Only a little. Like some of these other ones stay dry or spicy for quite a bit. We'll see. I'm aware, Mr. Great Shot. That is the one that's kind of poking its head out and be like, hey. Against Irene's. So that already says something good about it. Or at least in my book. Making more water because I want to give this next one all the chance I can. I'm trying to get rid of that numbing feeling I get. I'm sure there's an explanation for that. All I can say is because of the alcohol. But that's not always the case with some of these, which is wild. With these ones, yes. But with other ones, they're like 45%. Again, breathing. This one, the palate isn't quite my preference. The spice shows up, it lingers. It's slightly sweet. This one's drier than the other one. And it sticks around. Again, that's going to be because of the proof. I have had problems with higher proof stuff, and I'm wondering if that's what's going to happen here. Because right now it feels like it is. Higher proof stuff to me can get, it can like obliterate my palate, is the best way I can put it. Not obliterate, but it dampens it. When I get to a certain point, I'm going to assume it's 65, but it also depends on the whiskey. Like there are very few 60+% scotches out there. I'm wondering what that would do. Sugar kitty, meow. Welcome. This is a shorter stream tonight, unfortunately, or fortunately. I've been doing a few 2-hour streams lately, and it's not the best for me. But those are usually because I'm doing a giveaway, and I want to give more people a chance to enter. Since that's not happening this week, and since I'm drinking some very high proof whiskeys, 1 hour. And then I get to take a break, and I have some pizza that I haven't eaten. I'm going to do that. And though no one has noticed nor cares, usually if it's Friday, I wear a Pizza John shirt because it's Friday and you should have pizza. Speaking of pizza, this has nothing to do with pizza, but there's a link below to help Kira from the Whiskey channel with a GoFundMe to help her dad as he is dealing with, I believe it's prostate cancer. And that is going to be a giveaway, a big giveaway, and that's happening tomorrow. So, if you want to check out that link and donate and maybe get some bottles and absolutely help her out, please do. Don't tell her I sent you. Put the links down below. And again, that is tomorrow. There'll be a whole bunch of special guests, not me, because that's stressful. But there will be a lot of people on there. And I will be doing my own fundraiser, again, for my parents, my father in particular, in November, which is Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month. So it seems like a good time to do it. Don't know anything else about that for either of us, but that sucked. Hearing that news really sucked. It's like, oh yay, another father gets hit by cancer. And someone else it happened to. Hank Green here has also been recently diagnosed with cancer. Anyway, going off the deep end with that. So anyway, if you want to participate, join, donate to that, it's tomorrow. Link down below. To send some money to the GoFundMe and hopefully get some whiskey. If nothing else, the money is going to get you some whiskey, maybe. So there you go. Mike Franklin, hello. I see you. I was ranting. I apologize. But it's important. Got to get that out there. So the least I can do, especially with the way things are with my dad too. It's going around. All right. One compared to the other, I got less than 5 minutes almost, so. Yep. It's B. Irene Tans is very good, but I think because of the proof, at least on that one, it gets too aggressive. It gets too spicy. And it gets in the way, for me, personally. At least compared to the A. Not the A. The B. The A? What is this? A123, which is thankfully this year's early release. Yeah, Irene's gets spicy. And it lingers, and it's dry, which is not normally bad. Hello. Oh, what the heck? What just happened? $1 per ABV of the winner. Well, then it was Irene's. No, I'm kidding. Was that like $3 more for? Thank you, mysterious person. Oh, Zenboot. Hi, thank you. Sometimes it's mystery names. This time it wasn't. I didn't look. But I did. Thank you, Zenboot. As always, your support is insane. But I'm not going to stop you. But yeah, B. Oh, I'm going to have to tell Irene that. But I can also bring her a sample of it. It's probably not to her palate. This one is to mine because it's got the creamy note and it's a little sweeter than D, which is spicier, as I said. I'm going to have to pour more of this one because this one's almost gone. This was the one I was stingy with. What the heck? Watch that bunny dance. Just shake it, shake it. If nothing else, it's amusing for all of you, I hope, to see the bunny dance around. I don't know how I'm going to top that. Like, what kind of animation should I put up there? Well, the bunny's really popular. Oh, Mike Franklin. Give it to me. No, don't do that. I'm guessing you meant heaven. Or haven. But that sounds pretty good. If I can get my hands on a sample, that'd be great. But I also don't have the money to do it for a bottle. And also I have lots of Elijah Craig bottles. There's at least 3 or 4 others around me that aren't barrel proof, but they're still Elijah Craig. Haven't cracked it yet. What are you waiting for? Tonight's your night. Right now. Barrel proof stuff happening. Do it. You do whatever you want, but I have given you an excuse to open it. That's all I'll say. Unfortunately, the stream's coming to an end soon, so I can't talk to you about it. But if you want to send me a message in Patreon, by the way, I have Patreon join, please. Oh my God. Please do. If you have any tasting notes, or if you think it's good or bad, at the very least. But my thing is maybe one Elijah Craig barrel proof a year, but I have gotten a few extras. One is Irene's from last year, which unfortunately didn't make it. It made it to the finals, but didn't win, only because it's not completely geared to my palate, which is, of course, creamy, sweet, vanilla, not as spicy, not as dry. I'm going to pour more of this. I didn't get to mix them together, mostly because this one's almost gone. But I will. I don't know where I'm going to post it, though. I'll probably post it to Patreon. So if you want to see me do that, that's where to do it. But I think I'm going to just pour a little more of the winner, which is the A123, which is, I'm glad I got it. It's Bourbon Night are the ones who talked about it and praised it, you know, talked pretty highly of it, which is why I got it. So thanks to them. Otherwise, I wouldn't have. It's a 12-year-old, by the way. They're changing this, I hear. You won't be able to see the year or something. I don't remember. But some people aren't happy about that. I posted the... Did I? I posted a article about it, webpage about it, on my Facebook page, my group page. So if you're not there, you can be. And if you're a patron, you get to be invited to Discord. It's not extremely busy because not a lot of people use Discord, but I do. I kind of have to. We'll pour a little more of this before we leave. How's that? Sounds good? Okay, sure, good. Let's see if it stays that way now that it's right out of the bottle. Let us see what happens next before it's too late. Excuse me. Oh, sure. Okay, thank you. I saw that. I didn't respond. Like, please do. With anything else you want to send, except some of those scotches I didn't like. Don't do that. Please don't do that. B523 shows 11 years, 5 months on the front of the bottle. It's on the front of the bottle. It says on the side for the ones I have. Whatever. Again, something's changing. I forget what. There's an article on Facebook and my group. If you haven't joined my group, do it. I'm not extremely active on Facebook. Patreon is the place to be. Instagram is, also when I do silly stuff, but that's that. Dean Stiniverse. It's confusing. And here we are coming up to the end of the scream. Scream? It's the end of the scream. Ah! And we're done. Patrons are going to watch me clumsily do this. So with that, if I remember, by the way, thank you for being here. Tune in Sunday. I'll be doing something. I don't know what. Samples, maybe? Still have a lot of samples. So possibly another sample Sunday. I'm trying to take it easy lately. With that, as always, live long and prosper. Don't forget to be awesome. And I'm a glass down. I will see you out there. I gotta do this the right way. Woo! Thank you for joining me on KillCo Whiskey Musings. You can find my social media and Patreon in the links below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.